good evening, wherever you are. Just make sure we've got this running. Hey, 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 how you doing? I was just looking back to see when I last did a live. I think it was over a week ago. And a lot has happened in a week. I'll just wait to see if anybody comes on. I've got oh, my ears popped. Okay, I need to listen out. So I've got I think a few clients today where we're working with Archangel Metatron, and when I did my little meditation this morning, I just got the prompt to jump on here and just have a chat about that energy, his energy, maybe pull some cards from the Metatron deck and to share some light, share some wisdom, have a little chat, have a little check-in, see how you're going. How have you found the full moon this week, last week, Sunday, Saturday or Sunday? Did you see it? Did you, were you aware of how powerful it was? I know for me, I slept really well. And I know that we're in this sort of Cancerian season. We're still in here. So for me, I've got quite a lot of Cancer in my chart. So it's been a bit of a sort of emotional up and down few days. But I particularly around that full moon and through the eclipse found my sleep being really deep and profound. And yeah, so kind of what did you find? How are you feeling throughout this weekend? Hey Chelsea, hey hun, how are you doing? Yeah, you know, there's just so much, that we are being invited into, to be experiencing, to be unveiling, to be releasing, to be revealing. And so it's very difficult not to go down that route of what is this all about? What am I being shown? Because these energies are very, very strong right now. So what I thought I would do is I'm good, Chelsea hun. Thank you. You're good, awesome. I'm gonna pull some cards. I've been pulsed to come on because I've had a lot of questions about the Archangel Metatron energy. What is it all about? How does it differ from Reiki healing, for argument's sake? You know, what exactly is involved? I know people have been asking me, what should I choose? Which one should I go for? And I just really want to start by saying that energy is energy, right? We're just talking about different frequencies, different vibrations, and energetically speaking, we all have our unique energetic footprint. So Archangel Metatron, for argument's sake, and I'm just going to bring this picture of, I know this is an interpretation, and I think this was Jane Delaford Taylor that created this image of him. You know, we're all going to see our spirits, our guides, our archangels in a different form. This is her interpretation. But this energy, he is known as the Great Orchestrator. And so when I feel into his energy very much as that transmission comes through, as I introduce this to people, it's very direct, and it's not very subtle. So when we come back to the differences between Reiki and Metatronic energy, my interpretation is that the Metatron energy tends to be attractive to people that have already done quite a lot of spiritual work, have already done quite a lot of journeying of themselves. They have explored their spiritual side. They have done lots of self-care. They've begun to remove any stories, any limiting beliefs, conditioning from their body or from their childhood, in that full scale knowing of things need to change for me. I've got so far, but I still just feel like there's something else that is, I want to say, stuck, or I'm feeling overwhelmed by something, and it's generally major life issues. So it could be big relationship changes, soulmate, finding your soulmate. It could be revisiting old relationships from the past that have sort of come back out of nowhere, and that, you know, you maybe had a close, you know, very close relationship with and moved away, and all of a sudden it's come back into your atmosphere. It could be major career changes, life purpose changes. People come to me because they're in this beautiful, successful career and they've achieved so much, but then there's still something missing. It's like, how can I feel more fulfilled? What do I need to do? Where do I need to go to feel more fulfilled? And so, because, you know, we can kind of cling really tight to the things that we know and the things that we are good at and the things that we are comfortable in, but the soul knows best. We have a soul contract. You come to this earth with a particular soul contract, and that soul contract and that purpose can change throughout lifetimes. So for me, for example, my purpose when I was 21 isn't the same purpose that I have here now at 48 years of age. It's different, and it's okay, but sometimes we can feel really unsure about what that could be. And receiving guidance, getting help and support, being held space to unravel what that actual purpose might be. Really, Metatronic energy, Archangel Metatron being the grand orchestrator of everything, will help to unravel that, help you to see what needs to be seen in order to move through, to evolve, to ascend. And it tends to appeal to people that have been journeying for a little while already, because they're used to the discomfort that you receive or that you experience when you decide that you're going to just surrender and find another way. So it isn't for the faint-hearted. And when I compare that to Reiki is much more of a, sorry, I'm just going to move about a bit. I've got knee ache today. Reiki is much more subtle. Yes, it's a beautiful energy. It moves through the body, physical, mental, emotional body, subtle body, just like Metatron energy does. But it's a bit of more, what I want to say, I don't want to say entry level, but it's a bit of more of a, when you're starting out, it feels like it's easier to integrate into the body. And it's okay, so the body isn't going to receive anything that it's not able to handle for a start. And both energies are very loving. Absolutely loving, you're divinely held. I just feel like the Reiki is a softer energy, more gentle energy. Yes, it's persuasive, but it's like opening up to the realms of energy work. It's a very good starter point. Metatron is, as I say, the grand orchestrator, so he oversees all of the other archangels. Hierarchically, he is it's believed, it is said, that he is the one that looks into the eyes of Source, of God, whatever your belief system is, but he's like in the highest realms. He also uses colour, so that's why you know, you may have seen me. I'm just gonna, let me grab one here, excuse me for a moment. That's why you may well see me at times with these colour sprays. He is very much into, or encouraging us to use colour, the colour ray, because light colour all has a frequency, and different colours of the spectrum hold a different frequency, and are used to support certain things in life. So for example, the orange ray is very soothing, it helps with shock and with trauma. So in combination of using the energy, or working with his energy, building on that with the ray, the colour ray that's required. This is also sacral energy as well. The orange ray helps to, I guess, build that experience. We're multi-dimensional beings, right? So we can receive and be exposed to whatever we need in order to be in our true divinity. So Metatron really encourages us to use colour, and you'll be aware of this. You'll find, I'm sure, that when you wear certain colours, you feel differently. Your personality is different. You'll either feel more lively or quieter, or so every colour of the spectrum has a unique vibration, but also an aspect to it, if you like. So colour's very strong with Archangel Metatron. It's also and I don't know, actually, I'm just trying to think if I've got one here. Yeah, there is so sacred geometry is big with him, or with this energy. He has what is known as Metatron's cube, which is a sacred geometrical, I don't know if I've got one here, just trying to think, might be able to find one, but he has this sacred geometry which is said to be the essence of the whole of life. So when you meditate on Metatron's cube, you can bring his energy into your meditation, into your life. You can call it in anyway, but this is a very very deliberate, conscious calling him in. You can also, so around our energy field, we have what is called the Merkaba, and the Merkaba is our electromagnetic field, which you can activate at any time just by sitting, closing your eyes and seeing the Merkaba around your body. And the Merkaba is basically two pyramids, and this is our electromagnetic field that, if you could imagine yourself, this is obviously a small version, imagine that around your body, so you're kind of sitting in the middle of it, and then seeing this geometric shape, this Merkaba circling around the body, really activates your light body. And if you do this and sense the Merkaba around you, you can really have some quite euphoric, quite out there, way out there experiences. But yes, so by using this and imagining this in yourself sitting in a Merkaba, and this Merkaba spinning, you are actually activating your light body. And when you activate your light body, you are healing. You're essentially healing your body. So Metatron also works with the Platonic solids. The Platonic solids being the tetrahedron. I don't want to really go massively into these, but the Platonic solids are these various shapes that we're quite used to. If you remember your maths lessons, and each one of those Platonic solids refers to an element and refers to a particular part of the body. So the tetrahedron, which is the pyramid, one of these pyramids, is relates to the fire element, and that relates to the solar plexus of the body, which is the chakra of the body, energy center of the body, which is here. This is all about your personal power and your willpower, and the way that you move out into life with your bringing power to your creativity, if you like. So there's so much more dimensions to working with the Metatronic energy in comparison to the Reiki, which is kind of, I would say it's they're both pure, but it's more, what I feel is more simplistic Reiki wise, which is just hands on, and some people may use crystals and everything else, but the Metatron energy is much more intelligent. It's a higher vibrational energy and is really quite sledgehammery. So I just wanted to you can actually sense him, and I invite you to do this, is just pause for a moment today, close your eyes and call him in to your space. Just ask him to come in. Archangel Metatron, please join me in this space, and just get a feel for where that turns up in your body. You might get a thought, you might get a sensation across the body, you might hear something, you may get some sort of smell. It really doesn't matter what it is, but if you're consciously aware enough, you may get some sort of feedback. It's a very individual thing. So if when I call it in, he tends to hover around the right hand side of my face, and my face gets very warm. That's my unique footprint, my unique fingerprint and message and connection with his energy, and yours will be different. So have a go at that today and see what you get. See how he comes in for you. So what I thought I would do, just come out. What I thought I'd do is just pull some cards, see what the energy is for the day that we need to be aware of. What are we going to work with today, as far as Metatron is concerned? Let's see what message he has for us. I'm just gonna, what do we need to see today for our own self-mastery, our own evolution, our self-care. Oh, for goodness sake, they're all jumping out. It wants us to see them all. Just one please. Okay, this is such a good card. I love this card. Evolution, birthing the new. We've gone through such a release period, not just throughout 2020, where the earth's been purging, we've been purging, so much purging and releasing in order to create space to birth in the new. This card can obviously mean birthing children, and I don't know if that, that's a message, specific message for you personally, but also birthing in new projects, new ways of thinking and feeling, new homes, new businesses, new collaborations, whatever is new and coming up for you. This is very much a card about absolutely keep birthing, keep creating, keep creating. As you can see, when we come back to Metatron and the fact that his energy is all about colour, we've got the pink ray here, which is love, honouring, nurturing self, loving self so you can love others as well. We've got the orange ray here, sort of red orange ray, which is very much about serenity, about creativity, definitely about creativity. And the yellow is joy and happiness. I don't know if you've ever done colour wheels, looked at colour wheels and stuff before. I don't know if you might be into interior design, done any kind of graphic design, then you'll be aware of, you know, have an awareness about these colours. The orange energy, as I say, is all around the sacral. Sacral's all around birthing. It's around your birthing creativity. It's where your creativity is rooted. It's rooted from your sacral chakra. Energetically, if I feel into the orange ray, it feels very, it just feels very comforting. Coupled with the yellow as well, which is new dawn. We have a spray, yellow spray, which is about new dawn, new birthing, which again is birthing. You know, it's like the start of a new day. There's a chance to change something. There's a chance to start again. Bright sunlight, hugely warming. Yeah, it's such a joyful and happy colour. All of those things, all of those feelings just really relate to birthing, to creating the new, reforming, renewal. So what are you currently working on? What is it that you might be either have just birthed or are about to birth, maybe sort of consciously feeling that it might not be the right thing, maybe there's something holding you back. This card's just asking you to reconsider that, and let's feel into the pink, the orange, the yellow energy, and just use those colour rays to help you to make a choice that's right for you, is what I want to say. Let's just pick another card. I'm just getting the feel to just find a card that goes with that. Not a clarifier, but I guess a reinforcer. Yellow and orange is also really good for your for relieving fear and anxiety. It's also good. It's also, as I say, fear and anxiety. The card that jumps out is conquering fear. So we'll just come back to this in a minute. Yeah, if you're feeling like you have a lack of confidence, there's something you're not quite feeling confident about, that you'll feel like you're lacking in your abilities, that you might be feeling like you're not in control of something, or in control of what's currently going on, what you're trying to birth, then yellow really does increase your confidence. So it's a colour definitely worth bringing into your life, having around you. You can do that through crystals. You can do that just by, you know, bathing in the sunlight for a few minutes. It's a beautiful way to bring in that energy, that frequency of the yellow ray. Yeah, it's vibrant, warm and positive. But coming back to this, so this is interesting. Conquering fear, start today. So what are you birthing that you are currently fearful of? What elements of what you're birthing are you struggling with? Is there, you know, maybe, is there a fear that it will fail? Is there a fear that you don't know enough? Is there a fear that people won't like it? Is there a fear that you're not going to get the support of those that you trust? So this card is encouraging you to start today to conquer those fears, because the fears that that are in your energy field at the moment are not actual things. They are, it's an emotion. The emotion isn't yours. So the emotion is energy in motion that's just moving through the body, and you're viscerally feeling it as it moves through. So as it moves through, acknowledge it. I am fearful of this because of this, and it is okay. And just allow it to move through effortlessly through you, rather than you feeling like it's stuck with you or that you're trying to avoid it. Because fear is good. Fear is allowing you to acknowledge that there is something within you, within your body, energetically, through your thoughts and your feelings, that aren't currently serving you. And of course you can clear that. You can clear that through with help. You can clear that through energy healing. You can clear that many ways. The fact is that this is being served. Fear is served up to you to allow you to see that it is there because it's there holding you back from what you're trying to birth. So yeah, I don't know if that makes any sense. I don't know, Chelsea, if you're still on, hun, but what are you trying to get off the ground? What is currently going off the ground? What is it about that is making you fearful? Excuse me. Then doing that self-inquiry, it's like, why am I feeling fear around this? Because this fear is not serving my long-term, my bigger picture purpose. So notice how that feels, but notice where it feels in your body as well, because it's coming up to be healed. So start today. As you can see, we've got it's such a lovely image that actually you have help from your angelic team to support you, to know that you're held and guided, divinely guided through whatever it is that you are starting out with. Okay, Chelsea, you're starting membership program at the end of the month. Okay, awesome. So what are you fearing? What's on your mind? What's concerning you about this membership? Awesome, love it. Yeah. What's holding you back? I'm just going to have a look at this card. Just look at the channeled message for this card. Fear makes you feel small, fragile, threatened, and unable to take the next steps. You may also feel isolated, and yet you are not alone, because many angels surround you and wishing to help you. There's always the fear that it won't work, and I'm dependent on others to provide trainings. Okay. So, if if you're already providing trainings, then you know it works, because you're doing it already. You've already got, you've accomplished it already. You're doing it already. Yeah. So where's that fear? It won't work. So I'm just going looking down the page, see if anything else, you comment elsewhere. But you know, how does that feel? Just feel into that at the moment. It's like, you're providing whatever you're providing as a service at the moment, whether it's under a banner, under an umbrella of somebody else, you're doing the work. You're doing the work anyway. So come down to a lower, come down to a more root level. What is the actual fear? Yes, surface level, there's a fear that it won't work, but delve a bit deeper and understand what the root cause of the fear is. Is it a fear, you know, is it a fear based from your younger years, from your childhood, where you were, somebody even on an off the cuff remark said, that's not going to work, that's going to fail, you can't do that, it's not possible. And you've taken that into your energy system, into your subconscious system, subconscious mind, and that's what's being replayed currently in your experience. The experience that you're playing through the mind is an old story, is an old pattern, is an old expression that you've heard, or from somebody else, or someone has told you, and you've taken that on as your truth. So Metatron will help you to see the story through the energy activation, but also through the many tools, the multidimensional tools that he has, to help you to see the root. Because when you can see the root and see the basis, it's like, how was this formed? How was this fear formed? You then have the ability with the awareness to then clear it. So that's my question too, is like, where is this fear that things won't work? When was that first a real thing for you? Can you remember how far back? Can you remember a situation way back when that happened for you, or you were told that? You know, because a lot of what we're doing at the moment is shadow work. We're doing it anyway. We do it. You know, it's not like it ever goes away. But the shadow work, we're really bringing the things that we don't want to see, that we don't want others to see, out of the shadow to be transmuted, to be healed. So, you know, your shadow energy, there may be some shadow energy there around not wanting to be seen, not wanting to own your self-worth, you know, your true, you have an abundance of worth. The shadow will want to keep your worth, well, not small, but contained. And that's the thing that we all, particularly us women, is that our challenge in this, certainly in this current lifetime, in this moment, is to really, really fill our self-worth cup up so we can do the work that we need to do. I can't think of a specific situation at the moment. Yeah, that's okay, that's all right. It's, you know, this is deep stuff, and you can do this through meditation, through hypnosis, through, you know, it's not always clear, and that's okay. But there will be something, there'll be a thread. There will be a thread. But that's awesome. Keep going. As I say, you've got to start today conquering that fear. And if you want some help doing that, just let me know. You know where to find me. Yeah, I wonder if there's anything else. Sorry, I'm just feeling into whether there's another message. Do you know who your angelic team is? And you haven't got to consciously know who they are. I think, you know, it's like we have to like name them and give them a label and see what they look like and that kind of thing. Just having a knowingness and awareness of who they are, is that something that you have? Are you aware of those? Because, you know, you can call on them. They call on them. You know, angels and guides, thank you for being here with me today. And I always like to, rather than saying, please, can you be here with me today? It's like that hasn't happened when they're there always. So thanking them for being with you. So angels and guides, thank you for being with me today. Thank you for helping me with this, conquering my fear, conquering how I feel about this. And they will support you. But because we are human beings and we have our own free will, they're only going to do so much. They're not going to kind of take all the fear away if there's a lesson to be learned with it. And that's the challenge. That's always going to be the lifelong challenge of being on your journey to your high self, to your, you know, your divine self, is that the challenges come along and you can't ignore them. They won't disappear. It's like, what's the lesson? What's the learning in this? What do I need to know? What do I need to learn, integrate, and embrace? And you can call on them to give you some guidance and advice on this. But you have to do it. You have to do it, and that requires some commitment to just asking the question every day. Sometimes I can feel it. That's beautiful. Oh, love it, love it, love it. Okay, so doing more of it. And it's not going to feel the same all the time. As you progress, as you raise your vibration, the feelings perhaps will change. I know from my personal experience that, you know, I know that if Metatron's here now, I can feel him, I can feel the energy, but it hasn't always been that strong. It's only through just constantly tuning in, constantly asking, constantly being in the practice of being present to the energy, has it become stronger. So bringing those feelings more obviously to you and being in your field more often just requires more commitment to it, I would say. That's what I want to say. Yeah. So make peace with the parts of you that have been programmed to feel fear. Some of this is instinctive and some of this is learned from past patternings, from growing up, from what you've received and been in the energy of with regard to caregivers. Family patterns, ancestral patterns, seeing this a lot. Not only healing this lifetime, what we're in this lifetime, we're also healing the family line, the ancestral patterns. And so if you can see their fear and worry about self-worth or the ability to create, what you really want to call in, or the deserving of that around that. Just look back at your mother, grandmother, great-grandmother, and see if there's a pattern around not feeling like you deserve, or you're not worthy of the success that you're actually want, and is your divine right at the end of the day. So yeah, so I hope that's helpful. Yeah, I'm not sure what time it is. My clock, can't see my clock. Okay. So yeah, I hope that was helpful. I hope that's been insightful. And yeah, just let me know below if you've got any other questions. Happy to answer them. Happy to hear your thoughts, and good luck with the membership this month. Lovely. You're going to ace it. Let us know when you've done it, and we can, I don't know if it's whether it's necessarily be public. I know you've got your tribe, but yeah, let us know. I'd love to see it. All right, lovelies. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you soon. And you, take care. Bye.